You want to talk about the GTA 5 PS4 versus PS3 video real quick? Just real quick. I don't know if you've watched it.
I will. I did, and I watched it.
It was very interesting. It actually surprised me more than I thought it would.
Well, here's what surprised me about it is I am not graphics first, but I'm also not one of those, staunch retro heads chanting a mantra, gameplay over graphics. Look, if I'm playing an RPG or something, or a game with an immersive world, I'll take that extra coat of polish, okay? So I watched the video, and the funny thing to me is I don't know if it's just the games I'm playing, or if it's because I don't play AAA, titles as they call them, but I looked at the first shot, right? And I go, wow. And then it's like, PS3. I'm like, okay. And then they show the waves crashing on the PS4 version. I'm like, mind absolutely blown. I didn't realize people were doing these sorts of things with the PS3 because it's just not. Well, it's just not on my radar.
Well, here's the thing. I looked at the video. I'm like, to me, it's like, wow, that's acceptable. That looks really good. The PS3. I'm satisfied with that. Then you see the PS4, and I'm like, oh, that's really cool. So, but again, it's like, is that the jump up that you need to get that much better versus the PS3? I'm more interested in the computation power.
Yeah,
I think I read something about the fact that like one of the sort of glitches and bugs is like in the PS3 or I guess Xbox 360 version is that like you'll have a lot of this similar type of cars showing up. Because it doesn't have the power to do all the different random ones.
So it churns all the same ones.
Exactly. This is something that the PS4 and Xbox One versions, it'll be more randomized. You'll have more traffic flow, more realistic. That to me, okay, that makes a hell of a lot more sense to me. They showed like walking on the street, like, seeing the headlights off of the ground. It did look realistic. It's like, oh, that's pretty cool. Do you need that in the game necessarily? No, but if this is the final frontier, I always say this is the last console generation, this is the final frontier. All right, we're there. I mean, that's what you got. Yeah. So there you go.
I still have no interest in playing the game, but there was one.
I do. I actually do.
Really? There was one shot. I still don't, but there was one shot, and it was the forest shot with the grass swaying. And it was just how different because it was flat. There was nothing in the PS3 version, and then there's like actually a field in the PS4 version. I'm like, if someone could just take that power and just procedurally generate a forest for me, I would never leave my house. I would just walk through something that looked that nice.
You would virtually just walk through a forest and get eaten by a bear at some point.
Yeah, exactly. I would do that. I would play that game.
But some of the shots,
get eaten by a bear.
Some of the shots in the comparison, I'm like, oh, okay, there's a little extra thing there.
Yeah, there's a couple that weren't super impressive.
But like the traffic is what impressed me. The traffic was like, wow, that looks like almost like watching like you're watching, and plus there were so many more cars too. Maybe I don't know if they tested it precisely the same way, but there was more detail, obviously. So this makes me be like, okay, if I'm gonna play this version, I will probably wait for the PC one because that'll be able to do that.
You'll be able to mod it too.
Yeah, with the mod it too, and depending on your graphic power, it'll probably look better depending on what your specs are on your computer. I'm going to hold out hope that there will be a Wii U version at some point. I feel so bad there's not a Wii U version,
and I don't care.